Hi, I'm Shannon. So I just had my heart-to-heart interview with Janet Jackson after she just did her documentary. And we realized, we came to a conclusion that we have a lot in common. And we do, because we grew up with abuse. And sometimes children see things that they should not see, and are exposed to things that they should not be exposed to. And I'm just so blessed to have that opportunity to have been able to meet her. She's such a beautiful person. And we were invited as guest speakers on Oprah Winfrey's network. And I'm just so, from the bottom of my heart, I'm just touched that Oprah Winfrey allowed us on her show. And we did an exclusive interview, in-depth interview about our lives and stuff. And now what we want to do is transition this out, and we're going to collaborate with each other, and we're going to do a tribute to Michael Jackson. Yeah. It's going to be some deep stuff, because she grew up in Gary, Indiana, which is the murder capital, and I grew up in Cottage City, Maryland, which was it's a very small town. Support towns. It's right on the Washington D.C. line, and there's so much racial tension and hate that went on growing up, and I became an expert in human behavior and profiling people. And so I have that gift. God gave me this gift to just be adaptable in environments that most people they don't come from, but I did. And like Janet was telling me, she did also. And it's just a lot, you digest it, and it's just so much stuff that you can go through when you live in certain environments. And nobody ever pushes that button, when you're born, to select your gender or your race or your parents or your environment, your street, your house. We don't get to select these things when we're born. We don't. We're just born into it, And so just meeting these beautiful celebrities, and now I'm going to be a celebrity, you know what I'm saying? And that's just awesome because of truth, of your story. Your story matters. It does. It's your story. And in your story, it's really deep, because you're sharing it. It's yours. It's your truth. It's your perspective, and perspective matters. And then people see through your window. Your eyes are the windows to your soul. And just speaking to Janet, she's awesome, and her sharing some of her in-depth memories and stuff like that. I really see myself in her, and I know that she sees herself in me, and we all can see ourselves in each other, to an extent, and we all just teach and learn. And so, I just became an expert in understanding human beings, and just how we've evolved, and I'm an expert in depression. I'm an expert in PTSD. I'm an expert in the drug game. That's a lot of people like, wow. People are experts in, being doctors, or, speakers, or, stuff like motivational speakers. And I can be a motivational speaker also because I can motivate people that have come from the darkest places, and motivate them to know that you can overcome your struggles. You could overcome them hurdles, that 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 just happens in your life. Just traumatic experiences, one after another, after another, after another. Some people, when they go through one traumatic experience and they share their stories, and they're like, they got raped, or they became drug addicts, or they are abused in their house, but me, I have a multitude of traumatic experiences that happen, and it's just like, it's extremely sad, and you feel sad and so much pain, from the trauma that you've experienced in your life, because you love other people that aren't your same skin color. And that's how I was relating to Janet and other celebrities as well, when they went through their, being called the N-word, and, growing up in a place where white people were just hating black people. And that's just so sad, And I went through the opposite, for loving black people. And I got abused and stabbed 9 times and hit in my head during a Rodney King riot, saying kill the white people, with a horseshoe in a crate, by this guy named Ziggy. And then they kidnapped me for 2 days so I wouldn't tell. And I just knew to adapt to that environment because I wanted to live. And it's just so sad that, people are just mistreated out here in the world. So I became an expert in understanding people's mindsets and their behavior patterns, and just understanding that, it's okay. You shouldn't feel ashamed or feel judged, where you grew up, or the things you've done, or the mistakes that you've made, or the public record that gets, placed upon thee because of mistakes that you've made. And even though you were punished, and you did, you were disciplined, and you served your time, people in jail, or you served your probation, or community service, you did that, or you paid your fines, you're still punished afterwards by other people because they judge you from pieces of paper. And so it's even harder for people like me and other people that grew up in environments that I grew up in, because you have to work harder to prove to other people that you're a good person. And I think that sucks. So I'm an expert in that. I am an expert in that. I am an expert, and I own my shit. You know what I'm saying? And I can say wholeheartedly that people change. They just want the best. I mean, so many people just want the best out of life. I mean, all of us want the best. We want the best for our children and all that stuff. And, sharing is caring. Teach and learn. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be able to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't judge somebody just because they made a mistake, or they did something wrong, or because they might say something out of their mouth that offends you, that you're saying to them that, oh my God, I can't believe they just said that. And then you publicly humiliate them. You'll post comments and you defame their character. You slander them. Like, sometimes it isn't even true. All the rumors that are created, and then bullying happens as a result of people's own self-hate, or because they've been bullies and then become bullies themselves. Like, I have observed and just sat back and analyzed and watched thousands and thousands and thousands of people along my way through my journey, and I've just created my own life resume. So I've become an expert human behavior. I become an expert in profiling people's personalities and paying attention to the small details that other people would not pay attention to, and understanding them and their perspective, because it matters. It really does. Because people just want the same thing at the end of the day. They want to live. They want to be happy. They want to be free. They want to be loved. And they want to love. And I'm an expert in that. All of that. So, I am so thankful that Oprah allowed me to come on her show. And I am so thankful that Janet Jackson allowed me to meet her and be a part of this new journey that we're going to create and we're going to produce. I can't tell you what it's about, but I'll just give you a hint. And we're going to make that change for once in your life. Mm-hmm. It's going to feel real good. It's going to make a difference. Going to make it right. Mm-hmm. So turn on your microphones, turn on your head, and just take that time. It's going to feel real good. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. A tribute to Michael Jackson. Yes. A tribute to a legacy, to the innocence within the children. You know, we got to make that change. Why? Because you get one life. And that I'm an expert in. I'm an expert in human behavior. I'm an expert at observing people's personalities and taking that and developing a skill set that's so powerful that I can deliver a message so strong to so many people across the board that I'm going to hold a microphone in my hand and talk to the world to make a change for the entire world. Not just a community, not just a state, not just a town, not just a country, but the whole world. Because we are all a part of it. And that is what matters. Everyone. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Because that's the gift that I was given when I came out the vagina. The gift to give love. The gift to understand people. To be a people person. And black, white, them are crayon colors. They're not colors of our skin. They're colors that we create beautiful artwork with. There's so many beautiful colors out there. And when we were small, we just, we picked them up and we looked at them like, wow, let's put all these things and draw on paper, make rainbows, make unicorns, make butterflies, make trees, make houses, make branches, make buckets, make clothes, make anything from colors. That's all of us. We're all different colors. Because we're all beautiful and we're all interesting. And that's what I'm an expert at. I'm an expert in giving and sharing and teaching and learning and prospering, growing, developing. I'm an expert in a lot of things. So I'm just really, my gratitude, it goes above the stars out into the universe to all the planets because we're all connected. So I am just like holding up this award right now because I am just so damn proud that I got invited here on Oprah Winfrey's show and got to meet this beautiful woman and got to meet Janet Jackson. So that way we can collaborate and put together this next phase that you guys are going to see coming. And it's just going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind. I'm telling you, it's going to blow your mind. It's going to open up so much stuff in your brain that you didn't even realize that the stuff up in here, your brain and them cells, is just going to, it's going to blow your mind. You're in for a treat. You're in for a show. I'm telling you guys, it's coming. It is coming. You're going to see it. And I'm just telling you, I am so honored to be a part of it. And I just thank you for letting me be a part of it. And I want everybody to be a part of it too. I'm telling you, it's some good shit. And it's coming soon. And I just think these beautiful women that have been my idols since I was little, and that I made it. I did. I made it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. That's my gratitude. It is. Scene.